Am I the asshole for leaving the restaurant even though my daughter-in-law hadn't finished eating? I, 58 female, invited everyone in my family out for dinner at a nice restaurant for my husband's 60th birthday. I told everyone about the event a month ago. The guest list also included my daughter, Sarah, 24, and her wife, Elizabeth, 28F. Elizabeth works in a demanding, stressful, but well-compensated corporate position. She does have a tendency of overworking herself. Unsurprisingly, she was late to the dinner. Sarah said Beth had cleared her schedule for the day, but there was a last-minute issue, and she had to leave for work. Elizabeth made it, while everyone else was starting dessert. She apologized, gave us a fancy bottle of wine as a gift, and sat down. We were all done and ready to go, but Elizabeth hadn't fully eaten yet. It was getting late, so as people started leaving, my husband and I also decided to leave, as it was getting late. We didn't wait for Elizabeth to finish her dinner. The next day, I got a call from Sarah saying it was not okay for us to just leave them by themselves like that. I explained and said that it was getting late, but she insisted we should have stayed. I may be an AH here when I said maybe she needs to take off her rose-colored glasses about Elizabeth. She got upset and hung up the phone. Not the asshole. After the group has eaten the main course, a late arrival has effectively missed dinner and should not expect to order and eat. It was pushy and rude of Elizabeth to expect to eat, let alone have anyone wait for her. Someone in a high corporate position should know that and treat her in-laws better. Yep. When that sort of thing happens and my SO joins us late, I order something to go for him, and he just gets dessert and a coffee or similar and finishes out the evening, then eats his dinner at home. At a push, he might get something small and fast, also like an appetizer, which he offers to the table if appropriate, or a side dish. She arrived when everyone was eating dessert, and she went ahead and ordered dinner, and expected you all to wait for her? That's so rude. If it was 10 minutes later, I'd consider it a bit rude, but justifiably rude, because she was rude first. But if it was more than that, then you are in the clear. Not the asshole. Yeah, your last comment means there is more to this that you aren't telling us. Beth should have ordered dessert. I find it odd that she ordered a meal when you all were on dessert, then expecting you to wait. But I think there is more to this. I agree, OP doesn't like her daughter-in-law one bit. Am I the asshole for lying to my family for 2 years that my house purchase deal fell through? A few years ago, my husband and I told our relatives that we wanted to buy a country house by the lake. In our country, almost everyone lives in apartments, so our families were very happy. My mother immediately decided that she wanted to arrange a vegetable garden in the yard of this house. My husband's sister said it would be a great place where she could take her children for the summer. My sister started fantasizing about family picnics. My husband's brother joked that it would be a good place to get drunk on weekends. We were both terrified. We didn't want any of this. We wanted to have a place where we could feel truly at home, where we can rest, where we can arrange everything to your taste, where there will be peace and quiet, and not family squabbles, where we can raise our future children. In the end, we decided to tell them that the deal had fallen through, and there would be no house. After all, it's not even their business. We were the only ones buying the house, and it has nothing to do with them. We didn't have to tell them. We only told the truth to our best friends, whom we were sure would not spoil anything. The house is really beautiful, and my friends and I often go there on weekends. Well, 2 years have passed, and my sister found out about the house by accident because one of my friends posted a photo from there. Now our families are furious and call us greedy. Many of the relatives don't want to talk to us until we give them the address. My mom even asked for spare keys. This is exactly the hype that we tried so hard to avoid. I don't think we're assholes, but my husband is starting to hesitate about what we should have done, so outside advice can help us. If your relatives don't want to talk to you until you give them access to the house, I think that's one problem solved. Don't give them access, they don't talk to you. And that's that. No spare key for your mother. Send them links to lakeside Airbnbs. If they want to spend time at the lake, at a house they don't own, they should look into Airbnbs. Keep your house to yourself. Stand firm. Think of all the plans they made for a house that's not theirs. Then, look at the beautiful home you've created and picture it being ruined by greedy and entitled relatives. That should strengthen your resolve to keep them at arm's length. Not the asshole. And neither is hubby, unless he gives in to their demands. Your relatives suck, though. Agreed, not the asshole. They called OP greedy when all they could think about was themselves. When OP and husband announced their plan originally, they don't deserve time at the lake house on OP's dime. Not the asshole. If they ask for the address or a spare key, tell them that is exactly why we didn't tell you. This is our house, and you try to make it your safe party zone? No. And only if you can accept our boundaries and that this is our home and not anything for you, you will not be invited or told anything more. Would also install cameras there. If they found a photo on social media, they might get the address via Google Street View or an old advertisement of the house, and then just think they could just drop by. Typically, lying is not the best play, but it's absolutely wild that basically your whole family just assumed that they would have total access to your property just because you own a nice house. Not the asshole. And I totally get why you'd lie about that. With family like that, who needs enemies? Not the asshole. Tell your families, hey, we told you the deal had fallen through because you were all talking like you were entitled to share in our house. This is our weekend home. It's not yours to party in. We're not giving anyone else our keys, and we don't want you to raise a vegetable garden in our backyard. We go there at weekends to relax and chill. Sorry, we lied to you. But your reaction right now says we were exactly right, not to tell you honestly that we'd bought out house. No, we will not give you the keys, the address, the location, or an invite. And install cameras in case they find it. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.